everybody. So, yeah, my name is Irene, and I'm a PhD student in chemistry here in Leeds. So I'm, at the same time, very happy to be here today, but very frightened. It's my first time on stage doing stand-up comedy. When I seen the email about Bright Club, I thought I'd give it a go just for one reason, because I think I'm very funny. But it's not just that I think I'm very funny, it's more I know I'm very funny. And I have a proof for that, is that whenever I speak with my supervisor and share some brilliant ideas, or show him some amazing results, every single time he laughs. I'm slowly accepting the idea that maybe I'm not such a good chemist. Hopefully, if I find a new talent tonight, then that wouldn't be 3 years wasted. So, as I said, I'm a chemist, and whenever I meet someone new, and I say I'm a chemist, I always, every single time, get the same answer. They just always say, "Can you make me meth?" No, of course not. I mean, if you really insist, I could try to make you some aspirin. But seriously, I'd rather you buy it from the pharmacy because I don't want to have your death on my conscience. So, well, that all comes from Breaking Bad. I'm guessing most of you have at least heard of that show. So, Breaking Bad, in a nutshell, is this amazing chemistry professor, which, like every other chemistry professor, his students don't really care what he's saying, unfortunately. And doesn't really have much money, finds out he has a cancer and needs to start dealing drugs to pay for his treatment, because of course that's what they do in the USA. So, from Breaking Bad, everybody had this idea that chemistry is really cool and I must be super badass and I must be doing drugs and things. And so, alright, fair enough. To be honest, I'd rather this idea than the idea that people had like 10, 15 years ago. When you say chemistry and all they can picture is like a small guy in dirty, stinky lab coat with the most fantastic haircut in the world, like bald on the top, and sparkles of white hair every now and then. An incredible moustache, does his thing, doesn't properly speak any human language. So, that's the thing then, is that people always ask me, but did you choose chemistry because of Breaking Bad? Because it's a thing apparently now. No, well, thanks for a compliment, but I'm too old for that. I used to always love chemistry. When I was a kid, I was like mixing things randomly I could find in my house, making potions. Nobody wanted to drink them for some reason. But, I loved chemistry before Breaking Bad. I loved chemistry before it was cool. I mean, if you look at it the right way, it is cool. It is cool. But if you look at it the right way, I'm like a chemistry hipster. But now that I think of it, maybe it's too cool. Like, nah, I can't. Tomorrow I'm gonna handle my resignation and do, Andy, I'm sorry, it's just too cool, too mainstream. Like, I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna find something else. So from the first idea of chemistry, where basically all you have is limited to either being like the police slave, the forensics analyst. So they gave you all their samples. You need to find things. You do all the hard work, and you get none of the credit. Or on the other hand, you can be Mr. Crazy Monsanto, really famous but for the wrong reasons, turning magically rivers into plastic, polluting the earth with GMOs and everything, and having the world against you. Now I've got a third option of career, drug dealer. I really wonder which one my parents are going to prefer. Though, to be totally honest, I'm now a pure chemist, because, I mean, look at me. I'm too clever to just limit my PhD to one subject. It's too easy, like come on, 2 weeks and it's done. No. I'm a chemical biologist. So what it means basically is that instead of deciding to be either very good at chemistry or very good at biology, I settle, it could happen, who knows. But instead, I settle for being quite lame at doing both. I don't know, I do a bit of everything, I'm not a specialist. So, answer to everything. So the thing is, when now I have to meet new people and say, no, I'm not a real chemist, I'm a chemical biologist, like, wow, what does it mean? So, all right, let's say, because I know most people, they didn't have this chance, I had to be educated in science. Probably most of you are quite, I don't know. Anyway, for most of you, for most of us, let's say I'm about to cure cancer. Look closely at this face. This is the face who is going to cure your cancer. Good luck with that, yeah. Right, so here I am. I'm 25 years old. I'm not even English. I'm from France, so I've moved here, new language, everything. I'm a year away from being a doctor. I'm about to cure cancer. What else could I have done at this age? Though, I will come back home for Christmas. And like always, my sister is going to ask me, and when are you gonna get married? So she reminded me nicely 2 years ago that when she was my age, she met her husband. Very nice, thank you. And it's the thing, I was just wondering, what do you need to do to make your parents and your family proud? What else do I need to do? The thing is, what my sister doesn't really realize, I'm pretty much married already to my PhD. I mean, look at things, compare things, like lengthwise, PhD wedding, 3-4 years, yeah, check. What are the outcomes of it? So you usually either lose or gain a lot of weight or both. So I'm going back to normal now. Okay. Lots of stress, mood swings, incredibly. So all of these things I've done already. And at the end of it, hopefully, you get a nice baby thesis. So, as a baby, 6 to 9 months to get born, get it out of me, painfully, vomit, tears and sweat, and maybe puke, who knows, I'm not there yet. It's gonna be difficult, I'm not looking forward to it. It's gonna happen. But that's the thing, that's the beauty of this PhD marriage thing. And like every other marriage, it started very romantically. So let's take a step back 2 years ago of my life, 3 years ago. I was finishing my master's and I felt lonely and I felt purposeless. And I thought, God, I need something more in my life. And nobody, like I didn't know anyone. It's not like, you can't just go and walk in a bar and chat to a guy and get a PhD. It doesn't work like this. I crossed this line that so many people crossed before me. And I went online dating. The best sites to go online dating, I'll give it to you, don't tell it to the other people, www.findaphd.com. And they're all here, like all these supervisors putting their best profile picture on the website. They will tell you their lab is the most amazing, they have the more fundings, all the craziest machines, everything is possible with them. So I had a look around and I ended up finding my supervisor that's not here tonight, unfortunately, so Andy Wilson, that's for you. So I found out Andy and I'm like, well, I want to work with this guy. He's made for me. Like, we were meant to be working together. So I emailed him first. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go too flirty at first. I'm going to start with, dear Professor Wilson. And then we started chatting, well, by email, of course, but we started chatting and it got very, like, he was really curious. He wanted to know more about me. He wanted my CV, my undergrad grades, he wanted references. Like, come on, I don't ask my ex to rate me for my next book. Well, I played the game, I gave him all the information. I ended up meeting on Skype, hopefully, because I was living far away at the time. It was really, really exciting. I was really happy, I wanted to meet him, and I ended up being accepted, hopefully, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And then we met in real life, and it was great. And the first year of the PhD is like the honeymoon period of a relationship. Everything is great. You have so much to learn about the project, your coworker, the supervisor. You love everybody. Little by little, you get to learn all the bad things. The first year is like, you're still new. You're allowed to make mistakes. You don't have to do all the shitty job. That's for the third year. So all these things. And then at the end of the first year, you go from. So at first year, you're a PhD candidate, and then at the end of the first year, you take a Viva. Transfer Viva to be an actual PhD student, to be officially a PhD student. And you take this exam, and it's pretty much like the actual wedding. because after it all goes down. By the time you're there, you know every flow of every single one of your coworkers from spending more than 9 hours a day with them. Your supervisor, you just hate him. It doesn't matter how nice. I believe my supervisor is really nice. If you see me, please don't kill me. But you know, at this point, everything he might say or ask you is just something extra that you can't take. But well, the good thing is, hopefully, it all ends, and I'm really looking forward to the end. As much as I'm enjoying my PhD, I just want it to end. I know it sounds weird. It's great and hopeful at the same time. But there's one thing I do hope that Andy says at the end. I do hope it goes down on one knee and say, Irene, would you like to be my postdoc?